Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This is the fourth of 4 cards using the Stippled Roses bundle. And I'm a day late doing my Throwback Thursday, so it's actually on Friday. But I'm using the Retired Layered Leaves Dynamic folder on this one as the background. And I haven't used my Countryside, is it Country Corners dies? Really at all. It's the Countryside Corner dies. I really liked the set. I liked the Countryside Corners stamp. I just never used it, so I'm going to use it on this one. So I've got a Berry Burst card base and then a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of basic white. So I'll just pop that down. It's 3 3/4 by 5. So it's actually got a wider margin around it. And I'm going to use the Berry Burst, and I'm going to ink up the stamp. This is what the stamp looks like. So I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it down. So we'll just pop this down like this. Here we go. Close the ink pad before I put my hand in it. Give it a good press, and up it comes, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to pop that off to the side. Now, we use the dies to cut out the shapes. And what I realized when I was doing this, as soon as I find my other cutting plate, oh, that's good. I've lost my cutting plate. So, oh, I've got it. Never mind. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take the second and third from largest. So not the largest, but the second largest. And we're going to put it on the stamp so that it's even. And we're going to put, actually we're going to put a post-it or a sticky note like that. And a sticky note like that. And then we're going to take the third largest one and we're going to place it so that it just lines up with the third line of stamping all the way around. And then we're going to put some more sticky notes down to hold that in place. And this will cut our outside border. And what we're also going to do is we're going to take the smallest die of the frame dies, and we're going to put that in the middle like that, and we're going to sticky note that down as well. So I'm just going to use a couple of them so that it really holds it in place, because it's really, this one's really kind of important because this is going to be our greeting. Then we're going to sandwich this up, and we're going to put it through the cut and emboss machine, and we're going to end up with a frame and our greeting banner for this. So then when I take it out of the machine and unstick everything, we end up with our greetings banner. And I'm just going to pop the dies back on the sheet while I've got them in hand. Okay. So I'm just popping that one away there like that. And this one away like that. And then you have these pieces. You can save them to cut out later or throw them away, whatever works for you. So now we have this frame. And I'm just going to pop the dies back up over there. So let's start building our card. This is flat mounted, but it is a fairly 3D folder. So I'm going to put adhesive just around the edges like this. I've just realized I don't have my light in the right place, so it's probably a little bit dark. Sorry about that. And we're just going to layer this up. Again, it's a bit of a wider border because this is that 3 3/4 by 5. And then I'm going to take this. You can do it with mini dimensionals or you can do it with adhesive strips. And I'm just going to do it with dimensional adhesive strips. You can get these in the catalog as well. Sometimes I have them left over from Paper Pumpkin kits, but these ones are actually from the catalog. And I've got some smaller ones here. Oh, these ones. So I'm just peeling them off and putting them on the frame like that. And then we'll peel the backing off and we will put the frame on the card. One of the reasons that I'm using the adhesive strips like this is with the bumpiness of the piece of paper here that we've actually run through the folder. It's very bumpy, so it's not as easy to adhere things to, but the dimensional strips make it adhere a lot easier. So we've got our frame on the card there. Now I'm going to take one of the stamps from the Sending Smiles set, because they've got a nice small one that fit in this, and I'm just going to stamp birthday wishes in the greeting like that. So I'm kind of combining a few different things here. I don't always do that because I think it's almost better if you can do things with just one set and show how one set works. But in this case, I am combining a whole bunch. So on the outside edge, I'm putting a mini dimensional, and on the inside edge, I'm putting a large dimensional. And the reason for that is I've only got a little bit of space over here, and I want this to overhang the frame a little bit, like this. And I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. I seem to always plan things just a little bit too low when I'm building my prototype card. So there we've got that. And now I've used Lost Lagoon to cut out these shapes here. And I've used Berry Burst. And I haven't put adhesive on the back of these ones, but I have done the adhesive sheets on the back of those flowers there. And you could do different colors. You could do bubble bath to make the flowers a little bit lighter if you wanted to. But I'm going to put a single dimensional on the top widest part of the top leaf there on each of these. And then I'm just going to use those to adhere. I'm just going to tuck it in like that. I'm doing this one slightly differently because I've lifted it up, but this one is going to come from the bottom like this, and then this one will come up the side. So we're going to tuck that one in. How am I going to do this one? I am going to cut the tail off of this one, cut the stem off. There we go. And then I'm going to just tuck it like that. Nope, don't like that. Sorry. I'm just building on the fly here. Don't worry about me. And we're just going to tuck this in like that. So we've got, it's a little heavier at the top than at the bottom, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take my flowers and I'm going to pop them down on the stems, and you can put as many flowers or as few flowers as you want. I'm not adding any bling to this one, any other embellishments, mostly because this is there's quite a lot of detail in the background, and there's quite a lot of detail in the die with all the little kind of pinholes that are in it. I'm gonna put two like that. So that is our card today. You can see where it started from and where it went to. And I like this version a little bit better. But again, I used the Countryside Corners dies, the greeting from Sending Smiles, the Layered Leaves dynamic folder, and then the dies from the Stippled Roses dies. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.